For 3 months, I attempted to dissect the Matsuken Samba, a specific, vibrant Japanese stage performance that seems to defy modern gravity. It is visually striking, sharing the high-energy palette of a Brazilian carnival, yet it exists in a cultural space entirely foreign to my analytical instincts. My investigation started with a simple assumption. I treated it like any other viral phenomenon, a calculated mix of catchy hooks and audience engagement designed to capture attention. I eventually realized I was studying my own cultural blindness, a mental model preventing me from recognizing sincerity right in front of me. This blindness stems from the optimization lens of modern internet culture, where we assume every human action is a move in a game of utility. When we see a hit, our instinct is to run a teardown. We look for growth strategies, retention hooks, or an irony shield. But the Matsuken Samba breaks these tools. There's no hidden angle. The performance is joyful, not strategic. The performer isn't managing your perception of him. There is no visible embarrassment, no disclaimer, and no ironic distance. When a performer stands completely inside their work without apology, the traditional tools of a strategic teardown find nothing to latch onto. Sincerity is the one variable that resists reverse engineering. You can copy an aesthetic or a structure, but you cannot successfully imitate genuine commitment for very long. Because we live in an environment of engineered relatability, we have developed a hypersensitive radar for manufactured authenticity. We can feel when a performance is being managed. We often treat performance as a mask, a public-facing role designed to separate our real identity from the persona we show the world. Traditional Japanese craft suggests a different path, that sustained long-term practice doesn't hide the self, but eventually reveals it. In this framework, the act of absolute commitment becomes the message itself. The search for a hidden strategy becomes unnecessary. This shift in perspective explains why we tend to misread concepts like ikigai. We drag them through our optimization lens and change what they actually mean. We've reframed ikigai as a productivity hack, a Venn diagram to find the most efficient intersection of passion and career. But the actual practice is less about maximizing output and more about inhabiting a meaningful relationship with your life, a reason to get up and continue. When we apply this to the Matsuken Samba, we see a performer who dances simply because he has found a thing worth doing. The question is no longer, why is he doing this, but rather, why wouldn't he? I spent years obsessing over the wrong metrics because I didn't understand the difference between creating content and creating an artifact. Content is the shadow on the wall. It's the branding, the engagement stats, and the algorithm chasing that takes up so much of a creator's energy. The artifact is the practice itself, the music, the research, the craft. The artifact has to exist first, long before an audience arrives. Resonance doesn't come from optimizing the shadows. It comes from the depth of the artifact. You can see this in foundercore, the chaotic remnants of deep obsession. It's in the abandoned prototypes and messy notebooks filled with years of iteration. These aren't stylistic choices. They are the physical traces of commitment, evidence that someone cared about a problem long enough for the practice to become part of who they are. From the outside, this level of obsession looks ridiculous. From the inside, it feels inevitable. The Matsuken Samba was never a growth strategy. Audiences respond to it because it is the visible proof that someone genuinely means what they are doing. We find the most resonance when we stop asking if an activity is optimal and start asking if it is meaningful.